everybody. My name is Messina-Campobasso, and I'm with Centric Home Health and Hospice. It's so nice to see you guys on this Friday holiday. I am in the DFW areas, which is Frisco, Allen, Plano, and McKinney. And today we have a great show, and I think this is the perfect timing because it's all talking about care transitions with moving and your loved ones, which I've actually had to deal with recently. We would like to thank Home Care to Go for bringing this platform and awareness to our community, our local health businesses, resources, and education. You could also find us live all the time on Facebook, Periscope, and Facebook, Periscope, and I don't know, probably something else. I don't know. I'm bad today. What is it? Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. So yay for that. Today we have great women that are in the business. We have Brenda Kinsey, who's a realtor with Ebby Halliday, and we have Donna Ray, who is the owner of the Northwest Dallas Suburbs of Care Transitions. I am actually going to hand this over to them so they can do great introductions with themselves and they can talk a little bit about what they do.
As myself said, my name is Brenda Kinsey, and I'm a licensed realtor. I've been in the business since 2003, and in conjunction with my business partner, we have a combined 35 years of real estate experience. In addition, we are both senior real estate specialists, and Brendan has been a licensed appraiser for over 20 years. So we're really excited to help seniors in this very important time in their life, and just excited to share our knowledge with you today.
And good afternoon, I'm Donna Ray, and I'm the owner of Caring Transitions, North Dallas Suburbs. We have a team of about 18 people that help seniors with the downsizing process, including packing, moving, and liquidation after they get moved. Glad to be here today. Thank you.
So much for taking the time today. I really appreciate it. I know it's the holiday, and everyone's got stuff to do, but I thought that this would be a great introduction to all those people that are actually going to be moving down before the holidays, or when actually they see their loved ones after the holidays and have that panic with trying to move their loved ones. The first question that I have for you guys is, how is your business during the pandemic?
So initially during the pandemic for Caring Transitions, we experienced obviously a standstill because the senior communities were not allowing move-ins. So the move part of our business slowed down considerably. But what had happened is the people still need to clear their house when they sell it and stuff like that. So our pivot was to take our estate sale business and go to what our platform of CT bids, or our online auction business. And we went gangbusters in the online auction business. But moves are definitely picking up again. And we are definitely back in full blown capacity in terms of moves and liquidations.
For real estate, just like Donna, the first 30 days was just quiet. Nobody was sure what to do, if we were considered an essential business. And then as things slowly started to pick up, it's definitely shifted in the way that we work on our everyday business. First and foremost, we always allow our clients to decide what their comfort level is. If they want to do everything virtually, we have the tools that we can do that. We go in. My business partner, Brenda, and I can go in and we will FaceTime or Zoom while we're walking through homes, and pretty much can show every feature of the house that way. And then after that, we can also do everything digitally through DocuSign. If a client does want to physically go out, we obviously use the precautions and wear the mask, socially distance, disinfect, and we definitely drive in separate cars, which has definitely been a change the way we used to do business. And if somebody, like I said, is, and right now the market is really hot. So as soon as somebody decides they want to purchase a house and we start to look, it really is going quickly. So the pandemic has not really affected the real estate market in the last 60 days?
Yes, I've noticed that a lot, especially as a lot of people know, I do have a remodeling business on the side, my husband, and we've had it for 20 years, and it has just exploded. And I have my own personal journey that I'm doing with my family, and my mom and dad moved down here and from Chicago, and it's been so quick. What do you do with those families that you're working with that they sell their house, for instance, in one day? Can you elaborate on what that process is like?
Yeah, and this really brings in where we can partner with Donna and her company, Carrying Transitions, because the transition really is the most important. And our job as professionals is to make it as least stressful as possible. So there's a lot of things that you can do. We can find temporary housing. One thing that we always like to do when our clients sell their home in this type of market, because it's a seller's market, is we always ask for a lease back. And in this market, the sellers can pretty much ask for what they want. So what that means is, you know, they get to stay in their home for whether 1 week, 2 weeks. We've even done a 2-month lease back, so that gives them time to find the right house. So it's really about working with that family to see what their needs are, and partnering with companies like Donna's, and then also even companies like yourself with the remodeling, because a lot of times before a house can be put on the market, a lot of work needs to be done.
With my parents, and you know, we remodeled my sister's guest home, and they needed grab bars, and they needed certain fixtures and certain flooring. So my husband was able to take care of that for them, and they loved it, and actually ended up working out great. Do you guys have any resources that specify with senior care for both of you guys, that when they are moving, what kind of special equipment that these seniors would need?
Go ahead, Donna.
So it would really depend if they are aging in place, or if they're going to be moving to, you know, an assisted living facility, independent living facility. It really varies. But if they're aging in place, you know, typically, you know, things like grab bars and just modifications to you know, a shower, so they have a walk-in shower available to them, and things like that. If they're moving, you know, the community, the senior living community, would definitely have, you know, everything they need in terms of whether it be DMEs and stuff like that. But we pay special attention to, so if we are moving somebody into assisted living, you know, for instance, and I'll talk about this in a second, but to make sure that there are proper spacing between furniture for 36-inch clearance for, you know, walkers, wheelchairs, things like that, making sure there's not any, you know, throw rugs in the area that that is a big fall or trip hazard. So we just kind of pay attention to those types of details.
Yeah, absolutely. And this could actually go to Brenda, but it could actually go to both of you. So what value do you provide to seniors, and how do you help them when they're relocating and making their decision to move into senior communities?
So in terms of so typically they're working with some sort of a placement agency, but what we try to be is a tool. Like for instance, with Brenda, we try to be a tool in their tool belt. So if Brenda calls and says, "Hey, I've got somebody that's moving out. They've lived in their house for 50 years, and they don't even know where to begin to start the process of the relocation." So we really have we offer a full turnkey services, and it's basically a 7-step process where we start with the sorting and organizing with the closets, the drawers, and things like that. Then we can go in, professionally pack, move, unpack, resettle, making the beds, hanging the pictures, and then we go back in after the move is done, and we'll do the liquidation, and that liquidation may look different for every single client. So what we want to do for the real estate agent is to be able to get the home emptied and clear and broom swept, so it can go on the market, and so the family can get to the large asset, and that would be the home.
Yeah, Donna's company makes our job so much easier, because we don't necessarily have to be the bad guy that comes in there and says, "We need to take down this picture," and that can take care of our seniors' needs from start to finish. And one thing I would say that's given me a unique perspective is in 2018, I decided to follow a passion that I've always had for seniors. And I handed over the real estate business to Brendan. And I said, I want to go work in the senior living industry. And so I took a sales position within a community. And for many months, I was able to work with those seniors and their families and helping them transition from home to a community. So that really gave me a greater depth of knowledge of what options are out there. So sometimes I am going to be the first face that a family sits down with. So it's really allowed me to become more diverse and be able to share with them, you know, recommend finding a placement company, recommending somebody like Donna. So I believe that really adds value to the families that we serve.
Absolutely. I was just that was kind of my next question, is how you guys work together, and you answered that beautifully. That really helps out. So you guys work as a great team, and that's what's really important to people, because a lot of people who even come to our services, even in home health, they're always calling us frantic, and it's always that last minute, you know, panic call. And if you just become a resource to them, that just makes their lives so much easier for them. So, you know, you guys seem like you guys are a great team, and you have a good calling together. So that's amazing. And that really helps out when seniors are in need. My last question would just be, what are your guys' fees? Do you have them listed on the website, or can you give a generalization of that?
So for myself and Brendan, we have a scale of commissions. The average commission that a real estate agent is paid when listing a home is 6%. 3% goes to the buyer's agent and 3% goes to the listing agent. We can go a little bit higher, and we do go a little bit less depending on the services that they're wanting. For example, we can assist a family. Let's say they don't have a lot of cash, but they need to get their house ready. We can go in and coordinate that, even pay for it, and then take those proceeds at closing. So sometimes that's real helpful for a family, especially if somebody's on a tight budget. So I would say the commission varies, but the standard commission in our area is 6%.
And so for our company, because we offer full turnkey services, but obviously this is not a cookie cutter business. And so we tailor our services to the client's needs. So some may just want packing and moving services. Some may just need liquidation services. So what we do and what we offer is a free on-site consultation, and we'll walk through the home, sit down with the clients, go over everything that they feel that they need done. And then we will give a written estimate during that. So some services are based on an hourly, some are based on commission, depending if they're doing a move service or a liquidation. But what we promise at the end of the consultation is they'll have a written estimate of what our service will be, and then they can pick and choose which services they want to really hire us for. So that's kind of the beauty of it, is we can do full turnkey or we could do a la carte. It's not about us, it's about our client.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show. It was amazing. I love that you guys are being able to work as a team, and those families can have you both as a resource, especially being women owning their own businesses. I love that. That's my favorite. That's kind of how I started. So that is just one of those things that I just love. I just want to take the time to thank you guys so much for being on the team and bringing awareness. TJ also has all the information, so if you need to contact them, please look up Brenda and Donna. They work as a great team to help your senior get into their communities or just selling their homes. We would also like to thank Home Care to Go for this platform and to bring awareness to our community and our local healthcare and businesses of resources and education. Again, you can check us out on Facebook and Periscope, and check us out live. We are daily. We do have a lot of recordings going on. We're not doing them live anymore. So anytime, place you would like to set us up, we would love to be there to see those out of box thinking. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You guys have a great Friday. Have a great holiday and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.